Not as scary moments for a Daytona Beach man at his own front door. That's where a gator bit him, sending him to the hospital.
This is gonna be fun. Hello YouTube, it is I, RainingCardGames, and welcome back to another video. So, for some of my more long-term viewers of the channel, you may have noticed that the RCG studio has shifted around in different locations a bit. More of a nature of my work, seasonally been working around in a lot of different parts of the country, either out in Utah or out in South Florida or New Mexico or back in Maryland, but now I've made a more permanent move to the greater Orlando area. I am a Florida man now, you could say. So in order to really embrace my new permanent home, obviously I've lived and worked in Florida before, but now to really embrace it, we're making a Florida man deck today. Oh yeah. Now, this is going to be interesting to see where this actually ends up going, but before we go ahead, log on to Yugioh Pro and take a look at all the chaos that I just created. If you would be so kind as before the craziness of the hurricane hits to like, comment, and subscribe, you have my gratitude. Now, let's pry open the jaws of this gator, take a look down in the gullet, and see what horrible stench I have created. Oh, you know, I went all out when making this deck. So, there's no synergy. Let's just go ahead and do the card by card, baby. Okay, so, Overdrive, we got our premium off-roader to go out swamping. An Overdrive, all-terrain armored an all-terrain armored vehicle armed with a heavy-duty machine gun. I remember, I actually still have the physical copy of this card somewhere in my collection. Oh, yes, I am a Yugi boomer. Violent Rain, we got the rainy season, so you know you gotta have that Violent Rain, a monster that can force sudden torrents of battering rain. We, of course, got rain temperature because it's always sunny down here in sunny Florida, except for when it is the rainy season. We got Danger Bigfoot, who is in the place of the Skunk Ape. I've spent quite a few years living and working in South Florida, so, oh, you know we gotta have the Skunk Ape in our deck. Of course, can't be anywhere without our alligators. We have our Dark Alligator, which is a big tribute summon that can, give us an extra token. We also have got Spawn Alligator, so, a little bit of slow swarming, if you will. And Lion Alligator, which is one of our big 1900 beat sticks that gives other reptiles piercing. We got the Beast King of the Swamp. We've got our Diving Bros out there and our Doggy Diver, also a level 4 extender that can go only into an Xyz, Warrior Xyz monster. Who knows, maybe I might make a Jank Turbo Yu-Gi-Oh! Video around this card. Let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, we've got also the King of the Swamp, which is me, and of course the 3 Polymerization to search it, and you can't be in Florida without having mosquitoes. We've got Des Mosquito, which when normal summon or special plays 2 counters, gains 500 counter or 500 attack for each counter. If it be destroyed by battle, remove a counter instead. So it actually can stick on the field and sting you. We've of course also got our 1 hand trap, Smoke Mosquito. During damage calc, special summon it, take only half the damage, and the battle phase also has Air Effect where I can target another monster, its level becomes that. That might actually come up. You never know, but in either case, we are going to be stinging our opponent. And of course, we've got our Cranes. Sandhill Cranes, real prevalent, especially during the winter season when they're flying down here. So we gotta have our Crane. We've got our Lightning Storm to accompany our Hurricane, or Special Hurricane since it's hurricane season. And we've got our Swamp Mirror and the Apophis, the Swamp Deity. We are going all out. In the extra deck, we've got Bugs in terms of Cicada King and Giga Brilliant. We've got Sharks in terms of the Shark Caesar. We have got Roaches in Steel Storm Roach. We've got Butterflies, Popon Papal Operative, also our only target we can really make with Doggy Diver. We've got the Big Gunboat. That's what I'm talking about. My airboat is all tricked out. And Dreadnought, which can then bring out the big guns in Gustav Max and Super Dreadnought Rail Canyon Juggernaut Lee Bay. The big finisher. If we can make this, I'll be thrilled. Of course, we've got King of the Feral Imps, our big old lizard man. We've got the Didaratent, the Ooze Giant. He's oozing. We've got our spiders in number 70. We've got number 66, another beetle to fly around. We've got a big stinging hornet in Vespinato. And of course, we've got the mud dragon of the swamp, as well as a pretty bird in Garura. This deck is a beautiful hodgepodge of everything that is Florida man about Florida. So, with this all being said, I think it's time to take this into overdrive and duel. Alrighty, so game number 1, we are facing Blackwing, and as you can see in our hand, we have opened up 2 King of the Swamp. We've got a Smoke Mosquito, we've got a big old Danger Skunk Ape, and we've got the Dark Alligator. Yeah, I kind of just turned my brain off whilst my opponent was summoning out his Full Armor Master as well as a Chaos Angel, and then also getting out the Blackwing Assault Dragon. We draw a Spawn Alligator. For turn, we try to, you know, do a little stuff with our Danger Skunk Ape. We also get out our Polymerization. We go ahead and set our Overdrive, brother, and yeah, we just pass our, yeah. I do not expect too much from this. But hey, we were able to sting our opponent with the Smoke Mosquito and survive a turn, surprisingly. We draw a Lion Alligator, so you know we're going to go out on our own terms. We summon the Spawn Alligator, we crash, and we pass back. My opponent, for some reason, turns to defense position. Yeah, they had it. For our next opponent, game number 2, we're actually playing Blackwing again, surprisingly. Well, it is Florida. Florida is a very important migratory bird corridor, so it is fitting that we're playing a bunch against lots and lots of birds. Yeah, same situation before, however, this time it's the rainy season because we've got some violent rain and lots of mosquitoes in our hand. Anyway. We draw a Polymerization. We're going to go ahead and fire that off or bring out the Garura so we can have a bird party in the big violent rainstorm. We get to draw a card, and guess what? We draw more violent rain! And we crash, and yeah, same as before. Not too much hope for this one. We do, however, get to sting our opponent with our Smoke Mosquito. Yeah. They trigger off their black word. By all means, pop off King. Yeah, you do have no idea what the Florida man has in store for you because we have more mosquitoes. We can actually use Smoke Mosquito's other effect, making it a level 4 just like Violent Rain. We can now go into our Ooze Giant and then go into Vespinato to sting them to give them some potential damage. Oh no, okay, no we're not. Well, let's just continue on with the Rainstorm with our Violent Rain. Yeah. But we get to sting with Mosquito, but we get burned to death. Game number 3, my opponent sets the fort, and then they activate their trap trick to go into Metaverse, and Metaverse will go right into their Lair of Darkness. We hit him with the Lightning Storm, brother! And they scoop after that. We win! Well, if we won a game now, I'm feeling pretty confident. The next opponent we're playing up against is playing True Draco. And I'm facing down a double Dynamite Knight. This is going to be tricky because now my Hurricane season with Special Hurricane is absolutely useless. I was really hoping that I could use that as a board breaker and actually do some plays. But it's alright, we bring out the Des Mosquito and we try to sink in some damage. We lose our Skunk Ape, but we do retain the Mosquito on the field. They hit me with the Card Demise, they then go through with the Pot of Duality, revealing they have the Raw Sphere mode, Skill Drain, and the Dragonic Diagram. Yeah. I've got no interaction with my opponent, and they bring out Spell Canceller. I'm able to keep at least my Mosquito on the field thanks to removing one of the counters. I can try to go into Giga Brilliant, but then my opponent hits me with the lose 1 turn. there goes my opportunity to beat over the spell canceler, because that was a chance to, you know, maybe do something, get rid of the special summon Dynamite Knight. But now my board has been cleared. All I've got is an overdrive, brother, and I can bring out the Doggy Diver, which gets hit by the lose one turn. Oh well, at least I went out honorably. But it all comes down to our final opponent in our game number 5. We are going up against Crawler. Wouldn't really tell that from what you saw on the deck. But believe it or not, at first I thought I was playing, okay, Kesh Orcus, but then I see the Mind Meld being sent. And yeah, then I see the Lib, okay. Good card extension. That then goes up into the Deus Ex Crawler, and they set the Crawler field spell. Trickier than I thought, but I do have my good old Bigfoot. So we hit him with the Skunk Ape twice. We get the extra draws. We use our Poly to go into the Swamp King, or sorry, oh yeah, Mud Dragon to the Swamp, and then we can actually rank or overlay into our Dreadnought, so we can bring out the big boat. It does get hit and negated though, so we can't use its effect after destruction. And I'm leaving that Deus Ex Crawler face down because I don't want to trigger its effect just yet. We go into King of the Feral Limbs. King will then search us out a Dark Alligator so we can have for future turns, you know, deck thin a little bit. Try to get some combo pieces. They set a card, so now's my potential opportunity. Feral Imps will go ahead and trigger off. We'll grab our Show Spawn Alligator, Tribute Summon the Dark Alligator, getting ourselves a big ol' alligator token. We go into battle to destroy the Collar the Scepter, activating the effect, and we can go up into Gustav Max, burn my opponent for 2k, then go into the big Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Libe. Yeah, baby. The Deus Ex Crawler finally flips, and then the Crawler Soma hits the field, flipping it back down, but yeah, now their field spell, for some reason, they finally decided to turn on. They bring out the X-Crawler Killark, dealing with my Dark Alligator, but that also gives me a target to beat over. With Lieb, we try to activate it, but then he activates World Legacy Mind Meld. I just bounce back to Soma. They scoop. We end today on sweet, sweet victory. And that's gonna do it. You know, that last game, we were able to squash some bugs. And yeah, that felt good. Oh, that felt good. We actually won twice today. I was gonna think it would be a miracle if we won one singular game. But to win two, now we're talking. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of the deck. If I have any Floridians in my audience, make it known. I am, now that I'm slowly starting to get my roots established, I'm going to hopefully try to find some local card shops, you know, get back into going into locals and playing some physical Yu-Gi-Oh! Once again. And then hopefully later on the line start to go to some regional events, maybe even YCSs, but we'll see where it goes from there. But I want to hear from all of you down in the comments, and until the next video, I'm out of here.